This is how you get dropped off on the Appalachian Trail. Expectation management is what we call this. If it's raining on day one, life is good from here on out. What do you think, fellas? But here we are at a trailhead on the Appalachian Trail. These two young lads are going to experience the through hiker experience here for the next, I don't know, 3 weeks at least. Yeah. As we pulled up, they got to see this nice group of people over here providing some trail magic in the rain. And luckily for them, just as they started to get their stuff together, it did stop raining, so they didn't get the total misery. Although the weather forecast shows there's some on the way.
Maybe we'll get lucky.
What do you have to say, Tim? Tim is speechless. What do you have to say, Rowan?
It's gonna be fun.
The ride here is nauseating.
It's fun.
It's just after 6 o'clock at night. We got dropped off by Savannah. So her son and my grandson and my nephew are hiking along with me here for the next 3 weeks at least. School's out. They are excited about the opportunity to explore the Appalachian Trail. I think they're equally excited about the opportunity to test themselves and to make it a really great start. It was pouring the rain when we arrived. As you can see, the trail's a little bit wet now, but it's getting better. And there he goes. Look at that. Looks like a professional hiker as he goes by.
Hey.
And here comes another one. Maybe a quarter of a mile into his hike, looking fresh and strong as he goes on by. We are on the Appalachian Trail, and young Tim, who I think we're going to call Jerry Garcia.
Why?
Or, I don't know, what's your shirt say? Good kitty. Maybe we'll call him the possum. I don't know. But he's getting ready to go climb that hill. And then here we have our good man, Rhodey. And what name are we going to call you? About a mile so far. A little bit of hill climbing. How's it feel?
Good.
What's that? Oh. We'll pick you some before the bears come. All right, off we go. And this is what an old man looks like on the trail. Not that. This. This is a tired old man. I think we're 3 miles in. We passed the 1,000 mile marker, which is pretty exciting. And I heard some people behind me that hit the marker, and they were like screaming and yelling, you know, so they were pretty excited by the whole thing. And here are my hiking companions back here, looking like they are thrilled to be on the trail. Well, we'll see what we look like when we're setting up camp. We got 0.8 miles to go to get to the campsite. Yep. Look at that. That was a good time. It's like a stairwell built right into the rocks for them. How nice is that? Good looking forest here in this low light we have tonight. That's pretty cool. You can just hear the wind whipping through it. I got the lads up ahead of me here. They're starting to contemplate life just a little bit right here on their first day. It is challenging. It is tougher than people think it is. Looks like a lot of fun, and it is a lot of fun, but it's also really damned hard. There's on this tree right here, and we've got a sign here telling us that the Sam Moore Shelter, Sawmill Spring, is that way. And I hear thunder rumbling in the distance, so I better get myself moving, get in the tent before everything I own gets even more wet than it is right now. Looks like the fellows have stopped for a bit of water here at this stream. I told them there's only 2 more left today, so the second half of our day there won't be any water at all. So they better get what they can here. Although it doesn't appear to be gushing. Early morning light's pretty nice here today. It rained, and I mean it really rained hard last night for hours and hours, and then it would take a break, and then it would rain again. We ended up not pitching tents and stayed in the shelter because by the time we got to camp it was almost dark. It had been raining on us while we approached camp. We decided that since the shelter was empty, might as well go ahead and use it. It did leak. They're pretty excited that they hear water this morning. I think they drank their bottles dry. Where we camped last night didn't have a great water source, so they're pretty geeked at the idea that there's a stream here, which I think is kind of funny. The most basic thing in the world is what you want when you're out here on the trail. Feel like we're taking our life into our own hands getting across this road. And we're going to be all right. A good rock scramble. Probably should bet some money on who's going to fall. But I better not bet because it's probably going to be me. We've been did a 16.5 miles today. The last mile was the trail was just covered with blueberries and blackberries, so the last mile was very slow. Probably took us an entire hour to do that last mile, but that is quite okay. And tomorrow we'll head out like that. All right, let's go down here and find this shelter. This section of the trail is known as Bear's Den Rocks. Pretty nice place to sit and take in your morning, that's for sure. You can definitely see the haze from the wildfires to the north, but still an absolutely beautiful view. Let's see how this goes. Or shall I say, let me see if I break my leg. This is a good one. Premium rock climbing. Yeah. Thank you, Virginia, for the beautiful place to play. That's pretty cool. That is all right. We're in no hurry to die. I think we got a shot here. All right. like we're good again. Sweet. Sweet Georgia Brown. Well, it seems that we are now entering Harper's Ferry National Historic Park. Well, here we are in wild, wonderful West Virginia on this rainy day. So I suppose, since I'm in West Virginia, walking on a ridge just above the Shenandoah River, I should throw down a little bit of John Denver tunes. So let's see how this goes. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Dropping down into Harper's Ferry. Got the highway off to the side. Got some rocks for me to scramble down. Knock my hat off my head. And there is my young hiker. What do you have to say this morning, young hiker?
There's gonna be a trail here.
I don't know. Looks to me like you followed a wrong trail down. Hate it when that happens. What do you think that river is down there?
Potomac?
Could be. There's two rivers that come in here. Could be the Susquehanna, maybe. I don't know. I think we gotta go back and find the trail now. So we find ourselves in a bit of a cloud this morning. It's just before 8 o'clock. Gentle breeze. Probably 100% humidity. I think I hear a dove kind of calling off in the distance. Nice peaceful morning. So how do you do this, Tim?
I think you just use a stick and then you hook it up there.
Let's see how that goes for you without hitting me with a stick.
No guarantee. So how do you feedback to that?
So close, so close.
Oh, look at it. Nope.
Give it another try.
Hold on.
Doing a little water collection this morning. Tasty stuff. Fresh from the water. All my memories gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusky, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. I think I'm gonna get me some moonshine right around this next bend up here. It looks like the kind of place where there's probably a still. This highway, I sure prefer this to the last couple of crossings that we've had the pleasure of doing. Yeah, pretty cool out here. This might be the first concrete pavement and poured steps of the trail. We walked under it. Now we're going to walk down it. Do I know where Rowan is? Came from crossing this river. And there is where we're going. Let me try that again. Here we are in Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, the home of the Appalachian Trail Conservancy. And since we're in West Virginia, this young hiker here is going to give us a rendition of Country Roads.
I don't know the verses. I don't know the words.
Country Roads.
Country roads Take me home to the place I belong.
I hear her voice in the morning, how she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get the feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday.
Country roads,
Take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. Oh, that was very nice. Here we go, crossing the Potomac River, right? The Potomac? Crossing the Potomac River from West Virginia into Maryland. We got these day hikers over here in front. Well, we've been climbing about an hour and a half of rainy switchbacks to get to the top of the, I guess the cliff, as they call it here in Maryland. We climbed some cliffs out of the Potomac River, and now we're walking the ridge that kind of goes up above it. It's been raining ever since we started this morning. It's kind of slowed down a little. I think it's because I'm actually up above the rain clouds and kind of in the top of the cloud itself, so we're kind of walking in a mist, which is really quite refreshing. So considering it's late June in Maryland, I could actually be baking, so this is quite a nice hike this morning. I've got one of the boys well ahead of me and one of the boys behind me a little bit. Each one of them's doing their own hike, finding their own way through this path, and we'll link up for lunch and move on from there. Hope you all have a great day. Got ourselves this ongoing rock scramble that's been going on for like a mile. Nearly busted our butt several times. Let's see how this goes. There is something we have not seen in quite some time. Would you look at that? It looks like maybe the sun will shine today. Maybe all this wet stuff in my pack can finally dry out. But hey, tune in about 2 hours when I'm complaining about the sun because it's cooking me. But, you know, hiker bitching, it's kind of what we do. Got young Dexter up there in front of me, taking his own hike, setting his own pace. It's 8:18 in the morning, day 6 for these guys on the trail, and we're only going to do 15 miles today, but the highlight of the day is crossing the Pennsylvania state line out of Maryland. So that'll be real nice. We'll let you know how it goes. Made a bit of a wrong turn, got to go back about a quarter of a mile, but because of it we get to take a look at this lovely view of Little Antietam Creek. Isn't that nice? There was a little stream crossing here before we pop up on the shoulder to go across the highway. Water's moving slow, but the rocks are slick from the last 6 days of rain, so let's see if I can do this without falling and killing myself here. It's been a pretty good climb up this hillside here, and it seems to keep our right on going. Oh, let's see how this goes. Oh, I'm getting just a little bit winded from this. Old age and gravity, not the best combination. Little turn in the trail there. Nice place for me to get a drink of water right here. Well, I must say that Maryland has proven to be far rockier than anyone had ever mentioned. I've often heard about how rocky Pennsylvania is. Whew. That was a pretty difficult section of the trail back there, and I ran into a group of Japanese tourists. Not young tourists, they were my age at least, and they were certainly struggling to get through that section. Especially the ones at the back. I kind of helped some of them along the way, and they kept thanking me and saying, "Oh, I'm a first-time hiker." I'm like, well, whoever threw you out here put you on a good test of your hiking abilities if it's your first time. But they were in good spirits and having a lot of fun, although a couple of them look a little terrified. I can understand that. You wouldn't think so, but you can certainly get lost in this boulder field. It is difficult to tell where the trail goes. I mean, every few feet they're throwing down a white blaze right on the rock for you, which helps. And there's certainly some on the trees, which helps. But even at that, I have been finding it a little bit difficult. Here, like right now. Where do I go next? Oh well, I figure it out. Ah, there. They're almost invisible. And there's another one. All right, I should have figured, if you don't know where to go, just go up. So we're on day 7. It is Sunday. We're hiking from, where are we at? Penmar.
0 day stay.
0 day stay. Stayed in a hostel last night. Had, dang, like eggs and
Waffles.
good stuff. And how far are we going today?
20, hopefully.
Ooh. Out over Maryland and Pennsylvania this morning. More train tracks to cross. Here on this Sunday morning. The Sunday morning coming down. Here is Dexter putting on his pack at the Mason-Dixon line. So Maryland, Pennsylvania border. We are in the south, we're in the north. We are no longer in the south. Some would say that we go from the Appalachian Trail to the Appalachian Trail at this point. Although we all from the south know that that's just stupid. So it's the Appalachian Trail all the way.
Which side is Mason and which side is Dixon?
I really don't know. Appalachian Trail, Maine to Georgia. North is that way. Lead off, Tim, if you like.
Now you can.
All right, I can. Our first lovely bridge in Pennsylvania. This nice trickle of water coming down through there. And the young men excited because we're only a mile in on the day.
Fast mile.
Here we are about 3 miles in. Another lovely creek. Look at this. It's kind of like I'm suddenly back in Georgia. I've got the rhododendrons. Of course, it looks like they're already past blooming now, so too bad, too bad. But they do provide nice shade and I know wherever they are, that part of the forest is always cool. So I'll take it here in southern Pennsylvania where it's in the mid 80s today. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at this pretty new bridge. This thing's got to be from this year. Excuse me. I'll take it. So the creek doesn't look very formidable right now. I imagine it must be at some time during the year. And right up ahead is yet another. Two nice new bridges. Huh, nice. And I'm told by a southbound hiker that I saw just a second ago that there is trail magic just ahead. Yeah, I've been walking for a while this morning on the Blue Trail, really concerned I might not be in the right place. But here we are on the Appalachian Trail. Alright, we're good. Foot traffic only. I've got feet. We're going to call it good. And on we go. Maybe 2 miles back, there was a woman, kind of an older lady. She came along and she told me there would be trail magic up ahead. To make sure I stopped. She said her friend was up here and was waiting for somebody to drink a beer. So I told her I would definitely oblige.
And they just stand there, and then one of them.
What have you just done, Tim?
Have to challenge, yeah.
Oh, he's sucking down the last liquid in the cup. Oh, look at that. Let's see the evidence. Let's see if both those containers are empty there, young man. Ooh, look at that. And you win the magical spot. How do you feel?
Amazing.
We are coming into rock maze number 2, in which we have to scramble through a bunch of rocks in order to complete the Appalachian Trail. Here we go. Let me make this a little broader for you. See if I can do this without destroying my phone. That will be the trick. Alright. Sticks up here. Alright. And out we go. I see you. That's where we came from. This is where we're gonna go. Down through here. That wasn't my leg yet. Here. And up through here. I feel like I'm lost. That looks like a dead end. Let's go down. this the way? Alright. Let's go this way. Oh, I missed that arrow there. Gotta go that way. Okay. On up. And up. And up. And up through here. And now we're up to this point. And the arrow tells me to go this way. Okay. And here we go. I'll say that was quite an adventure. But in a lot of ways, I feel like I'm right back where I started. Now, what if I told you that you're lost right now?
I'd probably believe you.
I think you got to go back that way and then up and around, and you'll find your way. If you go right back through there, you'll see an arrow that points you up and around. Yeah. What do you got to say about that?
That's kind of fun.
You should go do it again.
I'm good.
Getting water out of boiling springs, natural springs. Straight out of the ground.